In chapter 2869, the narrative dives into the aftermath of a dinner gathering where the dynamics within the Karen family shift dramatically due to revelations and concerns. After the meal, Kiara takes Julian out for a walk, prompting Kenneth to voice his observations to Kendrick about their sister's unusual behavior. Kenneth notes that Kiara has been acting unnaturally shy, constantly blushing and avoiding eye contact with Julian, which is uncharacteristic for her usually bold and thick skinned demeanor. As Kendrick makes tea, Kenneth's remarks catch the attention of Mrs. Karen, who abruptly leaves the kitchen to speak with her sons. She gathers them with a sense of urgency and seriousness, sparking their curiosity and concern. Kenneth, noticing her grave expression, asks if something bad has happened, while Kendrick quickly joins them, concerned that something might have gone wrong, especially since Julian had confessed his feelings to Kiera earlier that evening. Mrs. Karen reveals that she overheard Julian's confession to Kiera and mentions that Julian disclosed he was suffering from an illness. Her eavesdropping wasn't entirely successful, as she couldn't catch the name of the disease, but she understood that it was this illness that had kept Julian single. Both Kendrick and Kenneth are taken aback by this revelation and immediately express their concern about the nature of Julian's condition. Kenneth jumps to the worst conclusion, fearing that Julian might have a serious health issue that could impact his future with Kiera. However, Mrs. Karen calms them by explaining that while she couldn't hear everything, Julian had mentioned something about not having any reactions, leaving the details ambiguous. She encourages her sons to discreetly talk to Julian later to get a clearer understanding of his condition. She emphasizes the importance of finding out if Julian's illness can be treated, pointing out that Jonsberg has many good doctors and hospitals. Kendrick and Kenneth, while initially alarmed, start to analyze the situation more calmly. Kendrick reassures their mother, speculating that if Julian had a serious problem, he wouldn't have confessed his feelings to Kiera. He believes that Julian's genuine affection for Kiera would prevent him from wanting to leave her as a widow. Kenneth echoes this sentiment, suggesting that Julian's actions indicate sincerity and love for Kiera. He argues that Julian wouldn't knowingly bring harm to her, reinforcing their belief in Julian's honorable intentions. The brothers conclude that Julian's illness, whatever it may be, is not a reflection of any malicious intent towards Kiera. They express confidence in Julian's genuine care and love for their sister, viewing his confession as a sign of his trust and transparency. This reassurance helps alleviate some of Mrs. Karen's worries, though she remains concerned about the specifics of Julian's health. As the chapter unfolds, it becomes clear that the Karen family is deeply protective of Kiera and committed to ensuring her happiness and well being. The interplay between the siblings and their mother highlights their close knit relationship and the collective concern they share for Kiera's future.